Welcome. We have the Electro Dragon versus the Clone Dragon, or the Electrone, the Ghost Electrone. First off, we'll start here with it. What are the differences? Are there any differences? And what should you maybe be looking for? Now, this base is, a lot of people say, hey, I'll use the Electrone here, or the Electro Dragon. I'll just Sui the Blimp at the start of it, and then use the rest. However, I've been finding I even personally like using, not suiciding the Blimp and Electro Dragon at first, right? But combining it with the Lalo portion. So on this base, where do you think you would enter? What are the objectives here? Well, I see a sweet spot for the Electro Dragon with the actual Lava Loon as well, and that's at the 6 o'clock ITs, right? IT, Expos, this whole section here, screaming some beautiful Electron meeting up with the Lalo portion. So if that's the case, what do you do with your heroes? Well, you want to get in a nice funnel. So you could do it a couple ways. You could come from 9 or you could come from 3. I mean, it's symmetrical, right? It really doesn't matter. At that point, it's probably preference. There is a king over here, so maybe if you had to enter maybe at this side, maybe you wouldn't do that. But he's not, Jon Snow is not going to be entering there. I'll be breaking it down for you. But this attack strategy, taking everything by storm. At 10 out of 10, I would say use it very cautiously. It's not something you really want to use a lot. I don't. Fresh hit's very dangerous. It's very dangerous to fresh with this because you just don't know. I mean, it's yeah, it's pretty dangerous, especially if like tons of archers come out or which I don't know. It's a little bit weary, right? Anyways, he's gonna Sui Lalo here with his queen. A small funnel force, giant out in front, protecting the queen just a little bit. Now, there is a dragon inside here. And beautiful opener. Now, this opener here is really meant twofold. One, it is meant, of course, getting defensives down. That's the first one. But another big one, obviously, with the Sui is funneling, right? You want to make sure your dragon, your loons properly go where they need to. And right now, we pause it. Look at this. Now, funneling's perfect. When you bring in your loons, and of course, you're going to bring in your lava loons here at 6, and of course, the blimp. They're not going to path out towards 3, right? They're not going to loop around. They're going to hit here, then swing to 9 o'clock. It's an L-shaped. You've created the path for it, right? That's perfect. That's exactly what the heroes were supposed to do, and that's the main thing that they do on these kind of with that hero. So now, this is looking out to be beautiful. As long as you get your lava loon placement correctly, you'll be good to go, right? Now, he doesn't even bring a poison here, which could be a little bit dangerous for the Max Dragon. I know you have the clone here, but see, one thing you do have to think about is the dragon's going to, come out towards the hound. Luckily, it kind of passed back in, right? Kind of goes back into the hound, so that's thankful. But maybe the dragon stays way out here. Your Electrone is not going to kill the dragon when it's here on the CC. So that could be dangerous. It could get stuck behind and get some loons. Do you have to always bring a poison? No, you don't. But just mind you, there could be a little risk. But look at this meetup right here, boys. The meetup. Blimp's here. He's got his loons. So this means, what this means is your electric dragon here and your cloned max loons will survive longer. Right? There's other defenses around. There's loons. There's hounds. Everything's not just going to lock onto the electric dragon. Okay? So there's the electric dragon. Takes out the queen with one shot. But look at it. Look what I said. Look what I said. The big dragon here is still alive and the electric dragon has wandered off. So that is something you need to be aware of. Okay? A poison would have helped there. Now it's killing all your cleanup. The electric dragon does end up going back for it. In the end, well, maybe eventually, but that is okay. Now it meets up. So yeah, gonna die here, but just be aware. Poison to be safe. Maybe if you're not, if you're a little bit weary. Of course, if you bring a poison, that means you don't have that spell, that haste spell for your loon portion, which really hurts. So it's definitely better to do this strategy on a lava loon CC because then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, but that base was just screaming. That was beautiful. Well, it was screaming because he executed perfectly. That's awesome. Now let me show you some clone dragon. Now we got Shahab here. He's one of the best clone dragoners out there. I used to clone dragon, not this season, But he still loves doing it. This dude is on fire. He's on point every single time. I think I have a regular war too. But what are we looking for here? Now, he hits these bases on things I would not even dream of. I'd be like, what is he doing? You know, air defenses are in a crazy spot, but he still runs this plan. And does a really good job, okay? Of course, the purpose here is you're not bringing an electric dragon. You're cloning the loons. You're cloning loons inside your CC, which are there. And those loons will take down the air defenses, and most times a single as well. The dragons are used towards sections like 6 o'clock, away from air defenses if possible, getting the CC. If there is a CC in there, or the queen, of course, the multi is not going to do much damage. You know, these wizard towers don't do much damage over there. Typically, king and queen are used for funneling. It's really important to funnel your dragons. If you don't funnel the dragons, yeah, you're going to run into some issues, because dragons, of course, we know wander off, okay? So here's the funnel coming in. He's going to be able to snag an air defense, more than likely, unless the king gets in the way. We'll see what happens. Okay, king does not get in the way. Or does she? It's going to be close. She does grab it. Nice. Very critical. Typically on these bases, your queen will be able to get one air defense, right? So it's not going to be the biggest deal. Here comes the king. Again, he's funneling. Hound comes out. Not a big deal. It can be a big deal if the dragons lock onto it. We've got one dragon going to it, so that's not good. No, that's not good at all. So he's going to have to kill that dragon. He's trying to lure it away. Dragon relocks. So if you didn't know that, the dragon's so slower than the hound that if you put an archer down or something, hound flies away. Dragon typically will disengage because it's going too fast. And beautiful recovery there. So as I said, here comes his dragons on this 6 o'clock side, away from the air defenses. He's more than likely going to bring in the clone loons here at 12 and then swoop down towards 3, and that's the last section. And it's very good pathing for his loons, you can tell. Well, you'll soon find out. He's going to haste up. Here comes the blimp, as I said. 12 o'clock. He's got a heal for his dragons. He's going to release, clone up. Man, my throat. Maybe a little bit late on the loons, just because some of the air defenses are tagging the dragons. But in the end, it wasn't. It's going to be fine because he crushed it. He's got a lot of loons up in the bag. So those are how that hits. Now, which one's more powerful? Which one's better? This dragon hit's, I think, a little more complicated. I mean, the electric dragon with it, you just don't know what it's going to get, right? I mean, if it does well, it could get a lot of stuff in the middle and wipe it out. This one requires a little bit more sophistication, I think, personally. And both are cool attacks using Clone Spell. It's yeah, you be the judge. You find out. Everything's a little bit different. You would hit these bases. Electric dragon bases are different than dragon bases. But just giving you the option of the clone and different uses of it. And that's kind of what you look for. And Shahab showing us the brilliance of it. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe and share the video if you liked it, because I'm bringing you the A stuff. No, it was cool. I think it's, if you like dragons, and I've always loved dragons. So, since day one of Clash, I've always like, ooh, dragons. They're just, unfortunately, they're not, they're very base specific, so you can't just pop them down on any base, right? Well, thanks again for watching. Come back for more. Halo out.
This is Sparta!